Welcome back to my channel, Famous and Fabulous. Pawn Stars is a television program based on the acquiring and selling unique products all throughout the fans have been. For years, people were captivated to the quirky cast from all around the world with keen noses, bargainers and strange people. The employees of the pawn store have amassed some substantial wealth, but you might be startled to find out that the Chumlee is actually a clumsy fan favorite, is the richest of them. What did he do? Managed to stay up until the very end to find out where Austin Lee was born. On September 8, 1982, Chumlee Russell Henderson, Nevada, is more than just a hilarious stance on Pawn Stars' journey, from passionate collector to the real-world television. A popular and successful businessman is utterly interesting. Details. While growing up in Los Angeles, the majority of Vegas Chumlee most certainly picked up a heist. Passion for collecting and selling from his surroundings as his father built his mother worked as a disc jockey. There are two separate facets of the characteristics of the city's casino. Industry Chumlee was inspired by entertainment and discovered how to exchange for at a young age. The entrance to his Chumlee's last career trajectory in the pawn trade started much earlier than his boyhood friend was visited by cameras, with Rick and his gold son, Corey Bios Harrison. The silver pawn shop owner was the impetus behind his destiny, occupation. The well-known Las Vegas pawn shop Vegas was founded by Rick in 1989, and Richard, his elderly father Harrisman, turned into a playground where both they were familiar with Chumlee and other teenage lads. Corey stayed at the shop for a long time. Previously, Chumlee TV, knocked for 5 years, honed his skills in the learning about the pawn in the kitchen industry. While initially focusing on less esteemed positions, his natural ability to establish a connection with customers didn't work without being seen. It didn't wait for him to finish the task tone bargaining behind the scenes, directly with customers as they enter the store. When the idea becomes a reality, television show that centered on the pawn store where Chumlee was put wasn't confident. He wasn't even positive he would make the final choice because there were 10 or more extra employees vying for the spotlight, but Chumlee had a plan. Chose to accept his enduring relationship with Corey. Their natural friendliness and jovial banter were his covert weaponry, which he has chosen must be authentic and avoid the camera jitters. Chumlee's strategy worked. Producers observed something special regarding his relationship with the Harrisons. Dynamic show was a big success, making Chumlee's reality and the rest of the crew TV stars who were making money. Chumlee's risk of millions of dollars to only. He had been in front of the cameras, created a path he never would have imagined. While when employed as a child in the unusual, odd, and quirky clients of 2009 saw the opening of the gold and silver pawn shop for business celebrities created its history. The show's channel premiere altered Chumlee's life was forever presented. Nickname originated with the father of A.A., acquaintance from childhood who believed they looked like the persona of the walrus to a bigger. The tuxedo audience in Tennessee, while his easygoing manner while well liked by viewers, Chumlee often became the focus of humorous jokes. He was ridiculed by his co-stars for sometimes alluding to perceived ignorance to him as Chumlee, the village, but was not put off by the fool, and he knew because he was underestimated by the pinball. He received the Wizards episode as the chance to Shenny here. He demonstrated his surprising familiarity with pinball devices that significantly improve Corey's laughter. This wasn't a lone incident, Chumlee's demonstration. Knowledge subsequently fixed a gas-powered, Never Give Up's toy car, and even discovered a pair of counterfeit Air Jordan Verse shoes in an authentic way, proving his ability to prolong fame was given by pinball pawn stars to Chumlee. But it also produced chances for with an entrepreneurial mentality. He started his own company that creates and markets novelty goods like t-shirts, and he even scheduled appearances to create A-Link supporters, are conscious of the growing demand. Rick, the store owner Henry, bought part of Chumlee's company in 2010 because to $155,000. This well-considered move made it's feasible that the pawn shop will efficiently handle the rise in Chum's purchases goods, from the bringing a pawn shop employee backstage to reality Chumlee's voyage, and the TV personality pawn as an entrepreneur. The celebrities had just got started, and he clutched his character on screen, utilizing his fame with a range of products, and even Chumlee is wearing his own candy clothes. Further down the boulevard, confirming his accomplishments as an entrepreneur, 2011 porn contributions to 111 won a BMI TV Music Prize from Celebrities. That represents an important achievement in his professional life. He was even given the privilege of a further nominations for the Emmys for daytime, eliminating his place within television as wealth flooded in. Chumlee's death was a serious personal tragedy. Tragic events were also gradually transforming him into just 2 weeks before the release of 2009 witnessed the passing of porn star's father after having difficulties with one of his Adam's diseases was pancreatic cancer. Handcrafted and highly esteemed products made by his father's skilled, treasured family treasures belonged to Woodsman Ed's value is greater than all monetary values and functioned as an ongoing, his father's encouragement to make them his only priority. Wouldn't consider starting off motivated by his father's passing. Inspired by Corey's incredible, Chumlee's weight loss journey began in the direction of improved health. He lost more than 100 pounds by himself, using physical exercise and a rigorous diet that lowers, taking out and replacing processed foods that offer healthier alternatives. But he adopted moderation as his new credo. Making major changes to one's lifestyle is challenging at times. And by Chumlee had regained half of the weight that he'd lost, this unpredictable rhythm of loss, and as his weight increased, it peaked. Continued to weigh pounds in the initial Chumlee's 2019 weight problems mirrored an actual hardship that many people face. Made the decision to create enduring transformation. Chumlee eventually opted for a gastric sleeve in October. Surgery in 2021. The procedure was designed to significantly decrease the size of the stomach using a severe weight loss that reduces appetite and hunger through hard work. In addition to this method, for Chumlee's weight finally reached a stable level of about 190. Chumlee's fame wasn't limited to the porn store and the Gold's Walls Inn. Because of his, Silver Pond is situated on his renown as a porn performer. He appeared in fields relating to entertainment, portrays himself in TV, shows like IIC. Carly tried his hand at baking by hand, and next to Chumlee's display, his love of cars, and in terms of various vehicles, he even successfully landed a small participation in the 2017 film, The Poking Observing. The gifted person at the same display, Jack Black's extensive range of initiatives enhanced his reputation as a notable individual in the business of entertainment. But Chumlee, never on his laurels. He sat still, observing the prospects for growth. He carefully examined several avenues. Within the entertainment sector, he acknowledged his love of music by improving his skills at the DJ school, the reasons behind his initial public appearance. Using turntables, a DJ caught attention, creating publicity for a fictitious author requesting Girl Scouts and hot chocolate Chumlee Girls cookies are usually there. The opportunist even expressed a wish to serve as a lookup for possible Las Vegas famous musicians, showcasing his desire to enhance his musical influence industry. Now is the moment to learn. What else could Chumlee have done? Beyond the notoriety of porn performers' achievements, often casts are the path followed by. In March 2016, Chumlee and Spotlight was. His life fell apart without any exceptions in A. He is accused of sexual assault, led to his home in Las Vegas was police raid. Authorities said an unsettling event, an arsenal marijuana and methamphetamine of weapons, of which 12 were apprehended, and accused of a staggering 19 drugs. One weapon charge, in addition to Chumlee's charges' reputation, was severely damaged as a result of the media. The raid's news sparked disturbing discoveries in Chumlee's the unsettling domestic sexual assault. The investigation's findings revealed a notably different from the adorable porn star's pictures, such as disclosures regarding a stripper in a Frencham room, survey that indicates a potentially darker aspects of his lifestyle, that the police document any signs of drug trafficking due to the quantity of substances that were found were included. More fuel for the flames. After the posting, Chumlee received $62,000 bail and appeared in court, reached a plea deal in May 2016, and in return pleaded guilty. for the charge of felony firearms with the guarantee of completing 3 years of probation. The remaining infractions would be reduced to misdemeanors throughout allegations of assault during sexual relations, where Chumlee's public image was never formally submitted. The consequences were extremely. A program called Significant Porn Stars was ruined, considering that its family-friendly entertainment options on the dot itself associated with this somewhat darker. The once joyous controversy in Chumlee was now featured on the show, where controversy abounds. However, despite the turmoil, Chumlee showed signs of strength. Via navigating the court system and accepting the plea deal, he made to lessen the long-term effects of his actions. During this time, undoubtedly suffered wounds, but they weren't the end of his journey, but Chumlee's. His legacy extends beyond his notoriety. In a generous and enthusiastic manner, encouraging in 2014, he took part in charitable endeavors, play a significant role in making money and spreading awareness of autism studies at the yearly occasion to increase understanding of autism. Chumlee's desires to start my own business sold more than just t-shirts and personal appearance in a way that shocked many individuals by entering Chumlee's world of candy on the go in May 2017. Initially, Boulevard opened across the street from the well-known pornography Gold and Silver. The store is jointly owned and operated, gave him a sugar rush, and his sage brother rushes for both visitors and enthusiasts. This fan base came because the pawn shop's great location with the expectation of seeing their Kosan porn star figure might simply go across the street to get some huge gummy worm sack, and if they're lucky, perhaps see Chumlee Dot ringing up their belongings alone. Even though the root success that was sugar-coated didn't go any issues when Chumlee made the decision to launch a web store and do marketing campaign, he made an unexpected acquaintance. The best domain names are not allowed. On the BD Scandai, Chum Scandandi previously, document.comers had been internet theft. Patrick Keys is a squatter, had attempted to acquire the domains to obtain a great grade when it's inevitable. Instead, Chumlee called instead of spend the likely absurd sum. To conceal the desired domain names, Chumlee needed to think creatively. May show up and create a new appealing name, most likely not, or takes more action. It seems that the proprietor of the Chumlee confectionery would not back someone who was vanquished without a battle. Chumlee's diverse passions are not only the porn. He works and is a passionate collector. At the trading card store counter with a particular fondness for Pokemon sports cards, as well as other specialized options like the UFC and enigmatic cards. This hobby feeds another Instagram account where he keeps track of his assembling and disseminating. The enthusiasm of looking for unusual things in new packs find Chumlee loudly boasting of possessing an exquisite 600 Charizard rainbow card as proof of his dedication and comprehension in the card industry, embracing his passion for video games as greetings. From Chumlee, the world recognizes having a very high Pokemon Go's level is a popular smartphone game that displays his playful nature away from the reality television industry, drawing inspiration from his Chumlee's early years, Inscus, to use his skills. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, enthusiasm for vintage as a conduit that transforms gaming into an exciting, independent endeavor in which he served as the Chumlee's Adventures development. A brand new cartridge game is called Pinky Quest. Made specifically for the legendary Nintendo, it had an impact on the entertainment system. By the well-known Kung Fu game, the Chumlee wanted to give Toad a little porn and nostalgia. Stars to the project to raise money, he initiated a progression and Kickstarter production success marketing, besides showcasing his entrepreneurial spirit, a pixelated adaptation of Mr. Piffle's game, often referred to as Pinky. His beloved dog Chumlee's stardom skills are not restricted. He is a budding photographer. Additionally, there is another element displayed of his photographic ingenuity, the Gold and Silver Porn's website shop. Here are some of his prints. There are original works accessible. The collection includes stunning pictures, arid desolation, for example, with eerily displaying the beauty of abandoned structures, and everything illumination displaying the vibrant vitality of the Las Vegas skyline at night. It's evident how popular his work is, with some products are completely selling during this period. Chumlee's life was packed with activities outside of business challenges that he faced in 2013 with University of Nevada student Olivia Rudin pupil, who was developing her skills in. The two didn't start dating due to taking pictures. They immediately became pals. That turned into a romantic relationship. By 2016, the relationship had grown stronger, leading to Chumlee's Lulu proposal in 2018. The romantics in Hawaii gave Olivia's 1.5-carat diamond. While they were engaged, their dreams about diamond rings appeared to fortify affection. Olivia's goals at the pre-wedding party there said that she wanted to work in the business world with a view of the future where she could own a Chumlee studio for eyelashes, or perhaps a line of them being as helpful as before, said that maybe combining their joint endeavors with his confectionery company. The pair witnessed. The pair will get married in a private ceremony held at the same place as they were given a royal Hawaiian wakey. Chumlee's life appeared to be engaged, precisely aligning with the development of a newshouse and a company with the same spirit of business. However, the fairy story started to show cracks by the changes made by the pair in 2020 were evidently stopped sharing romantic images in social media, are an important departure from their typical postings of love in the past, despite the fact that they didn't unfollow each other following eliminated their photos together, showing the likelihood of Chumlee's own personal struggles for which he is famous for having once dropped a significant amount of weight, just to restore his health enhanced following his marriage to Olivia. Amazing slopes and peaks that lead to a hospital stay in 2020 for a respiratory-related issue, in addition to his previous litigation concerns, like drug-related arrests and firearm possession, hindered his attempts to maintain steady by 2023, as they persisted in follow each other on social media. Chumlee and Olivia did not exhibit any signs. Olivia had even been involved in a romance. Participating in a reconciliation is seen when photos are shared with other well-known people, suggesting fresh starts. Despite this, the deep respect and love they appeared to linger as they used to share, indicated by the irregular likes Chumlee's articles receive on each other's success tale entails more than only store pawns and sweets. In 2019, he showcased his astute real estate investor by selling his extravagant home in Las Vegas for a cool $13.75 million. This is an incredible. 7 years after the transaction, he paid $1.1 million for the land, showcasing his aptitude for financial profit. From investments in the vast 600-ton house stood on a 2-acre plot of land, featuring a guest house, a large, perfect enjoyable backyard with when he doesn't, a rock-enclosed pool trade in real estate, or take pleasure in the suites on the Chumlee promenade likes, to indulge his urge for speed. Self-described fan of, he has an impressive collection of cars. It speaks volumes about his accomplishments, has an luxurious Maserati as a symbol of style and performance, in addition to the perfect example of the Rolls-Royce Phantom's majestic style of Chumlee's achievements in the automobile. He exhibits luxury via his outstanding, around $5 million in net worth for his. The principal role in Porn Star was undoubtedly cleared. The route to his financial growth, presenting him as a member of the ensemble participants in the show, although he varied. Business ventures were a significant part from his clothing, as well as auxiliary companies serving his loyal customers, going to his famous confectionery. It's perfectly located on the Chumlee is adept at the Las Vegas Strip, turning his passions into resources of income, despite the fact that his wealth may not be on par with the titans of ITOR experienced investors. His accomplishments continue to be significant. Chumlee's journey acts as proof of the power of tenacity and diligence after one's aspirations, as opposed to many famous people who didn't inherit their fortune. He began as a porn performer, Andreessen, from humble beginnings, store worker, with a varied media temperament and accomplishment. His accomplishment as an entrepreneur are self-made, proving that with determination and persistence, everyone can achieve their financial goals. Goals while taking a little whimsical and enjoyable during the vote.